Part 2. This is a follow-up to my recording this morning. It is still 22nd of June, Thursday. It's now about 2:30, and it's in a really bad spot this morning when I recorded. And I've rebounded a little bit, so I wanted to try and make a note of that. So I made that recording, and I finished up at that house I was at, and I headed to the next house on my list, and I had my music playing from my phone, all my saved, stored music. Having an effect. I was benefiting from it, which was the idea. I mean, it was intentional that I put that music on, and it's a very eclectic mix of varieties of music, and it hit pretty much everything, and it was good. It really kind of started helping me make this shift in perception and perspective. I was trying to get out of that victim mode, that prisoner mode, and get beyond all the frustrations of the job and focus on positively moving forward with where I want to go. And I really felt like I was wearing an anchor around my waist that was just holding me down. So, I mean, it started to work. It did. And I got to my next location. It was a property that needed to go on the market. I needed to drive off the second lockbox. We stopped doing that as an office policy, marketing properties while they were occupied still, because of all the problems that came from that. And I'm not going to get into that. But so we stopped that. But we do have some owners that are insistent. They still go by the old school. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It's, any exposure is good exposure, which is not the case. So our more stubborn and ignorant owners usually demand that it go on the market now. It's in their best interest to get it advertised, which I 100% disagree with, and there's a trend in this industry. A lot of other property management companies are following suit. It doesn't benefit anybody to show them when they're occupied anyway. So one of the few properties that I've had to do that for here I started to come down, and I was crashing hard. So I was out of it for a while. And I still had the music going, and it was helping me. And anyway, got sidetracked. I was watching this guy try and collect money at the intersection here. So anyway, I got back into the music, and I started the process over again, started digging myself out of that hole. But I was really feeling wiped out. That whole episode, that whole incident, that flash of anger and rage left me depleted, and I was struggling to get through, to focus on the road, to concentrate on what I was doing. And went and took care of what I needed to at the property I was going to. I was on my way back and got a call from the office about another property that needed to follow up on, that we got an invoice for, and it was not really anywhere in my vicinity, and it was out of the way. But I really wasn't feeling like I could make it, but I was like, I need to go. I'm not going to be in the office tomorrow because of this class that I have set for tomorrow, and I need to get over there and check it out. So I started driving over there, and again, the music was helping. Again, I was trying to, the additional time of just driving and being out and kind of being on my own and being away from everything was beneficial. It helped me gain some balance and kind of negate some of that negativity. And got to where I was going, got inside, and it was half-ass work. There were things that were supposed to be done by one vendor that weren't done. There were things that were supposed to be done by another vendor that were only partially done. There was stuff that was done by one of the two that was done wrong. There were things that were just completely overlooked. There was damage from another vendor. There were 3 separate vendors in there doing work, and none of it was quality. There was something wrong with all of it, and it really just, again, felt like that anchor was tied around my waist. It was just sucking me down into the abyss, and I was like, I need to get away from this. I need to get out of this business. These things are having too much of an effect on me. If you are going to do something, you say you're going to do something, and you get paid to do it, take pride in what you're doing. Do it right. Get it done. And I walked out of that house, and I felt like I wasn't going to make it through the rest of the day. And I wasn't angry. I just was exhausted. Still kind of coming down from the road rage incident. And I got back in my car. I'm like, I don't want to even go back to the office, because I'm going to have to sit there and I'm going to have to explain this to my assistant, what is wrong and what needs to be done and who needs to go back to take care of what. And I was just like, I was wiped out. I got in my car and I checked my email real quick, and I had a Twitter notification that a new person had followed me. So I opened it up. As part of my process, I have to clear all notifications from my phone at every step of the way, because it bothers me. Having that blue light flashing on my phone it bothers me. So I have to clear that. And so this is the property that I'm doing a quick drive-by on. New tenants just moved in. This is a no-pet property, and owners have been by twice and stated that they've seen a dog here both times. I don't see any sign of a dog in the yard. It doesn't look like anybody's here. investigation, and then curiosity drew me in. I was like, all right, well, I have to see who this is, because I try to follow back anybody that follows me, unless there's really nothing there. And I've got a few people that have followed me that have no tweets, no action, no nothing on there. I'm like, there's no point in following somebody that's not doing anything. So I always check it out to see if it's somebody that I'm interested in following back, and it's kind of a respect and a courtesy thing. I think if someone follows you, it's natural to follow them back, especially if it's, you know, business oriented, which mine is. So I looked at it, and one of the first posts that was on there, and it was a kind of a self-help, making your own reality kind of a site. So I went ahead and followed them, but one of the first things that was on there was a meme, and I was two little bald-headed Buddhist boys, and with the phrase on it that says, if it costs you your peace, it's too expensive. Simple. I read it again, I read it 3 times. Just boom, boom, and it hit me. I'm like, that couldn't have been more timely, because the whole morning has been struggling with the difference between the cost of me performing this job and the benefit, the reward. And it's costing me. It's too expensive. So I mean, that alone, I was just like, that's it. I mean, that's what I needed, and I was like, well, I need to figure out a way to make this happen now. And I mean, I really couldn't put a lot of deep thought into it, because I was, like I said, I felt like I was completely wiped out. So I started driving back, and I had the music going, and I started to even feel detached from the music. It wasn't having really any effect on me anymore, because I had pulled back so far into myself that it just wasn't there. And it's hard to navigate traffic when you're in that kind of zone, but you're also kind of like sleepwalking. It's kind of autopilot. My body is just doing what it needed to do and was getting me to where I needed to go. So I ended up shutting the music off, getting back to the office. When I got back, I found out that the internet was down. There was a problem with the phones. There was just a lot of stuff that's been going on for the last hour or so before that. So Rhonda was ready to go to lunch, and we just packed up and went to lunch. And I couldn't even drive us home. I just said, here's the keys, drive us. Got home, and I was like, I was hungry, but part of me is I just wanted to lay in bed and pass out. And ate some food, which was good. I enjoyed it. Took a lot of pleasure from my meal and was satisfied and didn't feel like I overate. And then I went and laid down and had 15 minutes to meditate. And I mean, immediately in this kind of weird visual zone, was in all these kind of unusually graphic, bright colored images that I can't really describe, but it was peaceful, and I felt good. It was very relaxing. I was reached a point of peace, especially in my state this morning, and I zoned out, and I was still consciously, there, was aware of the sounds outside, and I heard the mail truck coming, and then all of a sudden the dog started barking in the other room, as she does, because she's an annoying pain in the ass sometimes. And decided I probably should look at my clock, and it was time to get myself up and get going again. But I felt refreshed. I really, really, truly felt like a whole new person, completely different than what I did this morning. And got back to the office, and the more I refocused on what I was doing, I was looking through my emails, and I just didn't feel that gnawing feeling inside of being ripped apart by it was there, and I was like, I'm developing that separation. That separation is building. It's allowing me to again reach more of a peaceful state. And everybody made a quick run for drinks. They usually do in the afternoon, Starbucks or Sonic or wherever they decided to go. And by the time I got back, I felt like a whole new person. I felt like I was ready to go. So I made my tea and started drinking that. They came back, and I was able to plot out the rest of my day and didn't really feel the tension, the anxiety, the anger, the frustration. It was all had seemed to have been just washed away. So I got back in my car and it's like I need to talk about that. I need to show this, document this difference, and how I was able to get past that, because that's a scary place to be in anytime, but it's really scary, especially what you have to lose with making some poor decisions based on being in a bad spot. And that was the whole point of me getting out of the office this morning, was so I didn't allow myself to get into a situation where reaction to or overreaction to a circumstance was going to cost me more than I was willing to give up. Although being done with the job would probably be more beneficial to me than holding on to it. But I started to see from the positive side. Again, I changed my perspective. I got out of the hole and got into a better spot where I could see my future more clearly and not so cloudy. And I was like, you know what, I can do this, even if I have to start smaller than what I was anticipating. I can figure out a way to generate revenue for myself, and do something I like doing. And as much as I have these other concepts in my mind that are a little bit more extravagant and are going to take a little bit more time, if worse comes to worse, I can find a way to make something happen for myself. And I have enough in financing available to make it happen. It just may be on a smaller scale, and I may have to build, and it may be better for me to do it that way than to continue where I'm at and have to deal with days like today where the job just beats me into a position where I'm making overcorrective movements in my life that then I have to still try to recover from. And anyway, I feel pretty good. So it's almost 3 o'clock. There's 2 hours left of the day. I'm out of the office tomorrow. Got the weekends, one day on Monday and then off on Tuesday, and hoping that I can get outside and enjoy some natural settings over the weekend. And I'm hoping that I can maybe research some options for a quick start type of a business that I can just roll into with very little lead time and very little money, and start generating some revenue just to get myself out of this situation that I'm in. So we'll see. And I've got my meeting on Monday morning with Embark, and whatever I come up with over the weekend is something I can discuss with them and figure out how to put a spin on it to my benefit.